Hey guys, Coach Ed Haynes here to talk you through the new block for performance competitors. First things first, great job in the open. Firstly, huge sign up from our performance competitors. Great to see so many of you doing that because remember, it is a goal for you guys to be taking part in the open. Your program is geared towards that. And also just generally as a whole, looking at the Hong Kong leaderboard, just some really strong performances, both male and female. Good job there. So today's purpose of the video to talk about the next block. I'm going to talk about the next block. I'm actually talking about the next 12 weeks. So we're going to be running 3 phases of accumulation work. So just to put that into context of what it means within our whole season of training is that the closer we get to a competition season, and the competition season for us has just ended, which for most of us is the CrossFit Open, the closer we get, the more our training has to mimic the sport. And we know that the sport of CrossFit means for Olympic lifting, we need to be hitting and maintaining heavy 1RMs with our clean and jerk and snatch, but as well as cycling a barbell at sub-maximal loads, so your training must reflect that. With regards to weightlifting, we were trying to maintain all your strength numbers and not get weaker, but not necessarily get stronger because strength isn't necessarily the most important facet of the CrossFit Open. With regards to gymnastics, we moved away a lot from strict gymnastics and we moved way in towards more sport-specific gymnastics. So that was things like keeping handstand push-ups, toes to bar, pull-ups, chest to bars, muscle-ups, bar and rings. Now we're going to step away from that and go back to basics. With regards to your energy system training, we just basically exposed you guys to a whole amount of mayhem. And that was for about 24 weeks if you include the period leading up to the CrossFit Open. So when we say mayhem, it was every combination in a mixed modal setting, heavy weights, light weights, moderate weights, jumping, running, pushing, rowing, assault biking, and every crazy combination we could possibly think of to basically mimic what kind of workouts would come up in the open. Now to put that back into the context of where we're at right now is the season's over. It's basically now a time to rebuild. So to kind of use those 4 headings again, with regards to Olympic lifting, we're now going to put a ton of emphasis on just working on positions and building technique with your snatch and clean and jerk. That means you're going to see very little touch and go work. You're going to see just time, dedicated time spent towards a complex or pause positional work. But the idea here is we want to take the loads down, focus on technique, and accumulate a ton of reps over the next 12 weeks. There will be a chance kind of 16, 20 weeks down the line where we'll have a chance to test our 1RMs again. But that's not the focus right now. With regards to weight training, we're going to really put a focus back into single leg squatting or single leg knee flexion and posterior chain work, as well as some single arm upper body work. We're going to do a lot of accumulation of your front squat position. I think the front squat, it's a position that needs to be solid because it transfers to things like your clean and your snatch. And if we can sit in a good position, which basically means knees out, torso upright, and be strong in that position, it's just going to have huge carryover to when we get to lifting heavier loads and doing heavy cleans and heavy snatches. We're also going to do a very similar format of training with your hinging, so your deadlifting, slow time and attention, developing a lot of reps through different variations of the exercise. We're going to be working with sumo deadlifting, good mornings, back extensions and GHDs, and a whole ton of accessory exercises to help build some strength through hinging. And then with the upper body, just a general rebuild. We strayed away a lot from things like horizontal pushing and horizontal pulling. We've done a lot of kipping, but we need to just go back to rebuilding you guys there. It's always a priority to develop things like strict handstand push-ups and strict pull-ups. So you're going to see some strict absolute strength progressions in both those 2 movements. With regards to gymnastics, we're going to really take our foot off the gas with regards to kipping work. We're going to give the shoulders and joints a bit of a rest. Develop some strict strength through all the different combinations and variants there. We're also going to make sure we do maintain a small element of CrossFit in your program. So whilst the emphasis is going to be developing strict strength and endurance in gymnastics movements, it's important we don't completely step away from things like kipping chest to bars, kipping pull-ups, muscle-ups. With that said, the amount of exposure you'll get to that will be much less, probably 1 day a week maximum. But it's really just so we don't forget. And we can still make developments and advancements in terms of technique and progressions there. With regards to your energy system training, or it's just a fancy way of saying your conditioning, we're going to move away from mixed modal craziness. I'm going to move back towards nice, simple, cyclical development of our aerobic endurance. So you're going to do a lot of rowing, a lot of assault biking. There's going to be minimal eccentric movements like box step-ups, burpees, push-ups, strict type movements, kettlebell swings, but there isn't going to be so much craziness, as I've kind of said many a times in this video already. There will be small touches on CrossFit. There will be your odd AMRAP, your 5 rounds for time, your 4 rounds for time type piece. There will be chippers every now and then. And again, it's just important to make sure that there is an element within our program of that, so you don't completely lose sight of what the program's objectives are later on in the season. There is going to be on Saturday something new we're going to try for a while, some modified strongman training. It used to be a completely different service, but now this is actually going to be tied into the CrossFit program. It's a bit different. It's going to be a lot of fun. Great chance for us to build some strength without the kind of eccentric loading of normal strength training. We're going to be running the Fitness Performance Competitors class on a Saturday for the Modified Strongman all together. So it'd be great to see you guys down there. And that really wraps up everything I have to say with regards to your program. If you do have any questions with regards to what group you sit in, which, or any questions with regards to the general template, please contact me personally and I'd be happy to help you. One last thing, we're going to be moving to WhatUp. WhatUp is basically a new athlete tracking software. We're also going to be using it to basically post your workouts every day, and we're going to stop using Wodify. So this weekend, you're going to receive an email which is going to ask you to export all your old data from Wodify and import it into WhatUp. Please, please do that. And my last reminder is, let's all make a conscious effort of inputting as much information every day when you work out into the new WhatUp system. It's really user-friendly, and it's great for us as coaches because it allows us to really see the progressions you guys are making as clients, and will allow us to more accurately program in the future based upon what your needs are. Thanks, guys, and look forward to seeing you in classes.